Today, we are going all the way through it. The story, the lore, every beat of episode 1 and what it actually means. But first, I need to talk about how I am even playing this thing, because Blood in 2026 is not as simple as just installing a game. There are options. There are many options. I will get into exactly which port I landed on and why as we go. But right now, all you need to know is that there were several deeply heinous hours between me and actually launching this game, and we will get to that in a moment. But for right now, let's start. This is the way of all flesh. The very first thing you hear him say, the first words out of this man's mouth after being dead for years are, "I live again." Not "where am I?" Not "what happened?" Not even a single second of disorientation. Just a statement, flat and certain, like waking up from a nap he scheduled in advance, and before a single enemy even appears on screen, that one line tells you exactly who Caleb is. Because Caleb is not your standard FPS protagonist, dude. He's not a space marine with a tragic backstory they drip-feed you across 12 levels. He's a gunslinger from 1847 Texas, who by the age of 17 already had a bloody reputation stretching across the American West. A sadist, a natural-born killer who found the most violent cult in existence and thought, you know what, this feels right. This feels like home. He joined the Cabal in 1871, and the way he got in matters, because it tells you everything about Ophelia too. And Ophelia is more important to this whole story than most people who played Blood ever stopped to realize. Ophelia Price. Her husband tried to leave the Cabal. You know what the Cabal does when you try to leave? They burn your house to the ground with your family still inside it. Her husband died in that fire. Her son died in that fire too. And Ophelia? Here's the part that is genuinely messed up. She did not blame the Cabal for any of it. She blamed her husband for his disloyalty, for his cowardice in trying to walk away. The cult torched everything she had, and she stood in the ashes and called her husband the problem. That is not a woman who got manipulated into something. That is a true believer, and completely consumed by it. Whatever she was before the Cabal found her is gone. And whether that happened before or after they killed her family is a question the game deliberately leaves open. Caleb found her in the ruins of that homestead. He took her in, and somewhere in the wreckage of that, they fell in love. Two violent, genuinely dangerous, deeply broken people finding each other inside a murder cult. Gnarly does not begin to cover it, but it is real. And it matters, because when Tchernobog reaches the thing Caleb loves most, he knows exactly what he's doing, which makes what comes next so heinous it almost does not compute. Together, they rose all the way to the top, the chosen, 4 of them, Caleb, Ophelia, Gabriel, and Ishmael. The inner circle, the most devoted, the most powerful, the ones a dark god called his most loyal servants to their faces. They think they are being called for orders, a mission, something worthy of the 4 most powerful people their god commands.
Welcome, my servants, my slaves.
Instead, he tells them that they have failed him, that he disavows them all. No explanation, no charges, no chance to answer or appeal, or even understand what they did wrong. His lieutenants were already in position before the sentence even finished. Sheol takes Gabriel before anyone can react. Cerberus ignites Ishmael, and Caleb watches that happen with his own 2 eyes, standing right there and cannot do a single thing about it. Tchernobog swoops in while they are still reeling and drags Ophelia away screaming. And then Tchernobog looks directly at Caleb, his most loyal, the one he will later call most of all my child, and throws him into a pit.
Consider my power in a hollow grave.
He stays down there for years, dead, or close enough to it that the difference does not matter, while the Cabal continues without him, while Tchernobog keeps ruling, while Ophelia, wherever Tchernobog took her, waits in whatever form that waiting takes. And then one morning in 1928, the grave opens, and Caleb comes back. Not confused, not lost, not scared. He picks up the nearest sharp object and starts moving. Because there is only one thing left that makes any sense. Every single person connected to what happened in that room is going to answer for it. For real though, sit with that setup for a second. A god did not just betray his most loyal servant. He took everything Caleb ever cared about, killed or kidnapped all of it in front of him, and buried him with nothing but a memory of that moment. That is not betrayal, that is a message. And the message Caleb sends back? Crawling out of that grave with a pitchfork and absolutely nothing to lose, is radical. Okay. Quick thing, dude. Before we go any further, I have to tell you how I'm playing this. Because Blood in 2026 is not just as simple as just playing Blood. There are options. Many options. Way too many options. The monitor here shows 5 different ways to play just one game. You've got Not Blood, End Blood, Raise, Blood GDX, and Refreshed Supply. 5 ways to play just one game, dude. 5. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Ion, my man, just pick one. And that is a totally reasonable thing to think. A sane person would just pick one. A normal, well-adjusted human being would look at this list, choose something, and move on with their life. I am absolutely going to do that. I just need to look into each one first. Briefly. It will be quick. Everything is completely fine. The Cabal has had a very long time to dig in while Caleb was underground, 6 feet under. And from the very first second, it is clear nothing about him is broken. He cracks jokes between kills. He laughs at the things that should not be funny. The cultists scream at him in the Cabal's own tongue, and Caleb answers back like he is enjoying himself.
Lambs to the slaughter.
The first cultist he sees, he does not hesitate. He throws the dynamite, and what is left of the man drops a key. The funeral home up ahead is locked. Of course it is. The Cabal does not leave doors open, and now it is not Caleb's problem anymore. With dynamite for the welcome party, and a flare gun for the encore, with the key in hand, the funeral home is open for business. North is the only direction that exists for him right now. Everything else, every cultist, every zombie, every door in his way is just something between him and that direction. He walks through it, not around it, through it. Whatever brought him back made sure of that much. North, that is all he has. A direction with Tchernobog's name attached to it. No map, no plan beyond that. Tchernobog is first. Whatever is left of him when Caleb is done will not need a coffin. But underneath that, underneath the part of him that just wants to watch Tchernobog come apart, there is something else. Something he has not said out loud yet. It has been years, and some small, stubborn, completely irrational part of him is hoping that wherever Tchernobog took her, she is still there, still breathing, still waiting. And somewhere ahead, past the rail yard, past everything the Cabal has put in his way, a train that should not still be running. Lights on, engine idling, like it has been sitting there, waiting for exactly one passenger. The rail yard is lousy with Cabal. Cultists, zombies, every flavor of devoted lunatic that Tchernobog keeps on the payroll. And Caleb moves through all of it like he's already bored with the difficulty. Hope is the most dangerous thing Caleb is carrying. More dangerous than walking into a church full of the Cabal's faithful. More dangerous than whatever Tchernobog has waiting for him. Because hope means there is something left to lose. And the moment that hope turns out to be wrong, that is the moment everything Caleb is right now gets tested. Not by an enemy, by a fact he cannot fight his way out of. And once boarding the Phantom Express, a Cabal train that has no business still running, Caleb boards it and immediately starts killing everything on it, car by car, working his way towards the engine. He's not there for the ride, and by the time he reaches the boiler, he has cleared the whole thing, and instead of riding it north, he releases the safety locks himself.
I must stop this train.
Okay, so update. So refresh supply first. Night Dives Remaster. Modern resolution, widescreen, better controls out of the box, runs on anything. Sounds absolutely killer. Sounds like exactly what I want. $30. $30 for a remaster of a 1997 game? And look, if you already owned Fresh Supply, they did offer you a discount, a generous discount, 66.6% off, which they chose deliberately, which is either the most on-brand thing Night Dive has ever done, or a direct threat. I'm still deciding on that one. But here is the heinous part. That discount, pre-order only. You had to buy it before the game came out to get it. The moment Refresh Supply launched, the discount, gone, vanished. Fresh Supply, the version you already owned, got pulled from both Steam and GOG on the same day and replaced with the $30 version. Gone. They removed it. You either paid up front or you paid full price. No exceptions, no grace period. I'm not paying $30 for that. I would sooner sell my soul to a dark god, which, as it turns out, is not entirely off the table. So, Refresh Supply is out. Blood GDX. Accurate, community approved, runs well, supports basically every build engine game, except it runs on Java. It needs a Java runtime installed separately. I went down that road for 20 minutes before I decided I was not going to do that to myself. So that's out. Not Blood. Now this one is interesting. Not Blood is a fork of N Blood. It changes hit scan enemy attacks into projectiles, adds multiplayer modes, quality of life improvements. The community actually likes it a lot. Some people say it's their favorite way to play Blood, probably their definitive version of the game. But it's not accurate. It's not trying to be accurate. It is making deliberate changes to how the game plays, and I need to know if I'm playing Blood or a modified version of Blood that someone decided was better than Blood. Those are different things. Those are fundamentally different things. Okay, so I've eliminated 3 options, and I'm no closer to playing the game. This is fine. This is totally fine. I'm having a great time. A carnival run by the Cabal, and the first instinct is to think, that is a strange choice for a murder cult. But the longer you move through it, the more you think about it. It makes a horrible kind of sense. The Cabal built a place designed to make people feel safe, happy, welcome. A space that lowers your guard before you realize what you have walked into. That is a recruitment method. That is how an organization built on total devotion keeps growing. Not always through fear. Sometimes through the door that looks like something good. Oh, and any Duke Nukem fans in the audience?
Oh, shake it, baby.
Oh yeah, they went there. Ophelia walked through a door like that once. So did Caleb. The Carnival is not atmosphere. It is the Cabal showing you exactly how they work on people who are already broken and looking for somewhere to belong. And Caleb is walking through it now, tearing it apart from the inside. And into Hallowed Grounds. Nothing in this building is hallowed, but it means something that it exists at all. A church this size does not get built somewhere that does not matter. The Cabal does not put this kind of infrastructure in the middle of nowhere for no reason, which means Tchernobog is close. Which means whatever he did with Ophelia after that room, wherever she ended up, is close. Caleb has been moving for an entire night through a graveyard, a rail yard, a phantom train, a carnival, and now a church the size of a cathedral. And the closer he gets, the quieter everything becomes about what he's actually going to find. It has shown him everything except the one thing he needs to know. And that silence, that deliberate withholding, is the most unsettling part of the whole night. Because you start to feel it too. That crawling suspicion that the answer waiting on the other side of this church is not the one either of you were hoping for. N-Blood. N-Blood is the answer. N-Blood is built on eDuke 32. It is accurate. Speedrunners use it. The cutscenes work. The community respects it. It is the right call. I've decided. N-Blood. Done. Except it is a separate download. You have to point it at the blood data files manually. There is a specific folder structure with it. I set it up, it worked. And then I read that Raze exists and that Raze uses N-Blood as its blood module base, which means Raze is N-Blood, but inside a launcher that also has Vulkan support and a cleaner setup. And I would not have to manually configure a folder structure at 2 in the morning. So I uninstalled N-Blood, and now I'm looking at Raze. And Raze is good. Raze is genuinely good. Raze is almost certainly what I am going to use. I'm like 90% sure about Raze. But then there is the not blood question. Because not blood is a fork of N-Blood, right? So not blood is also kind of Raze adjacent. Except not blood changes the hit scan to projectiles, which change how the game feels, which means it is not really blood anymore. But some people prefer it, and maybe they are right, and maybe I should want projectiles. And maybe the original hit scan is a design flaw that not blood actually fixed. And I have been wrong about what I want this whole... I have 5 options. I have looked at all 5 of them. I have made a spreadsheet. There are color-coded columns in the spreadsheet, dude. Color-coded columns for a 1997 game. I need help. The Great Temple. The Cabal does not build something this size for nothing, or for no reason. This is the center of something. A place where the organization's real power lives, and somewhere inside it, a teleporter. Not a door, not a gate, a teleporter. One way, no destination marked. The Cabal does not put something like that in the middle of their most sacred building unless what is on the other side is worth protecting. Caleb steps through it anyway, because whatever is on the other side, whatever the Cabal has been guarding in there, is the closest he has been to an answer since that grave opened. And at this point, getting the answer is the only thing left, even if the answer is the worst possible thing it could be. It has been 4 hours! I have nothing left. Every option has been looked at, eliminated, reconsidered, and looked at again. I am done reasoning my way through this. Absolutely 100% done. So, if human reasoning has failed me, and it has, completely without question, Tchernobog, Dreaming God, the one that binds, Dark Lord of the Cabal, Devourer of Souls, Destroyer of the Loyal, he who cast Caleb into a pit and started this whole thing. I come to you at the end of my rope, man. I just want to play your game. I just want to tell the story of it. I'm asking you sincerely, from one devoted servant to the God who will absolutely betray me later. Please, which port? Raise. Okay. Yeah, obviously. That was always going to be Raise. Thanks, Boggy. The altar of stone. The pull that he's been having ever since this started, it's all here. And Caleb is too late. Ophelia, crucified at the altar. The woman he burned through an entire night of carnage to reach. The one reason he got back up out of that grave and started moving north. She is here. She has been here the whole time, and she's already gone. What he says is 2 words.
No!
And then...
Show yourself! Show yourself!
And then Tchernobog comes, the stone gargoyle who took her from that room where everything fell apart, who carried her north and left her at an altar while the dark god watched, and Caleb kills him. Not quickly, not cleanly, in the same place that he already sacrificed Ophelia. At least, Ophelia might take some comfort in that. After the fight, Caleb moves toward Ophelia. He takes her down from the altar where they put her. Caleb is many things, and that is a great many things, most of them violent. But he gives her a respectful cremation. He came too late to save her, but he is in time to make sure the Cabal does not desecrate her body in whatever sick, twisted way Tchernobog and the Cabal had planned. Whoa! Episode 1 ends here, and man, that was a lot to sit with. Caleb did not save anyone so far. Not Ishmael, that's for sure. Gone before he could do anything or even react. And definitely not Ophelia. Gone long before he even reached the altar. He came back from the dead and tore through an entire night and found what he came for only a little too late. He is not a hero, and he never was. He is a force of consequence, though. The cost of what was done to him gets felt by everyone who had a hand in it. But none of that brings any of them back, sadly. Tchernobog is dead. That is one off the list. Sheol and Cerberus are still out there. And Tchernobog, too. Caleb isn't done. Not even close. Though he can't undo what happened, so he makes sure that the aftermath is something nobody forgets. And I hope to catch you all in the Arctic for episode 2, dude. I got a Patreon, which you can join up to have your name on the end credits of the video. Thank you for watching the video all the way through to the end, and like the video if you liked the video. I appreciate you all, and keep it stylish.